Shadewald Mound group, a wonderfully preserved group of mounds standing atop a hill here in Wisconsin near the Mississippi River. And this is one we'll get a chance to take a look at from the air because I can take the drone up. And it begets the question, why build these things that could only be seen from the sky? Shadewald mounds are an incredibly preserved set of effigy mounds built on an embankment. Their preservation thanks in part to an Iowan farmer named Frank Shadewald, who purchased the land with the intent of keeping this special and unique spot out of the hands of developers who would rather use any spare bit of land in Iowa for the construction of a truck stop. Literally, Iowa loves and wants truck stops. They think they're the most fascinating things in the world. Not a painting by Gauguin or Picasso and all of their expressive and unquantifiable passion and perplexity. Not to sit enwrapped in edge-of-the-seat attention at a live Philharmonic performance of Philip Glass's hypnotic and soothing masterpiece Koyaanisqatsi. Not to bask in awe and wonder at the magic contained in an innocent and newborn child's smile at their first glance and imprinting upon their mother's rosy and childbirth-fatigued face. No. To the tow-headed Iowan, it is the truck stop which sits at the tippiest top of the magnificence pyramid. They support truck stops to such an extent that their corn-laden state is, no joke, home to the largest truck stop in the world. People, American tourists, drive from all over our nation in a pilgrimage to see this place firsthand, to be enthralled by this epically sized and swollen convenience store bursting at the seams with its excess of ooey-gooey Cinnabons and gut-busting microwave-heated trucker burritos of the sort one can only find here or on commissary day in the vending machine at the local deadbeat dad behind on his child support minimum security prison. To marvel at its football field-length halls of bathroom stalls, each stall containing a rosacea and mustachioed trucker resplendent in plaid shirt and John Deere cap, scream-shitting out a mix of his last 3 nights' delight of fried and fast food that is mixed with broken bones not spat out during an energetic inhale of the entire bagged contents of Big Buck Willie's deep-fried fuck sticks with a side of S-Aid 5W30, along with the necrotized and shedding portions of his pancreas and liver. If you think I'm exaggerating the kind of love this place is the recipient of the kind of love you or I wish and pray to experience just once and unconditionally from that rare 1 in 10,000 soft-skinned or fair-haired maiden who is free of trauma, daddy issues, dependence on their OnlyFans page for basic street-level income, or debilitating mental illness in our miserable lives, just look at this recent review from their website. Anywho, the effigy mound builders like the ones here at Shadewald represent just a speck on the timeline of mound building cultures. While the broader mound building cultures of the United States thrived and sculpted the land of the Americas for 2,000 to 3,000 years, their mounds being found in just about every corner of this country, the effigy mound builders survived and practiced their lifestyle for only about 400 years and kept this practice to this lone and unique part of the continent. Effigy mounds are unique to an area called the Driftless, which encompasses southern Wisconsin as well as parts of Iowa and Minnesota. It is called the Driftless because it was not covered by glaciers during the last ice age. No glaciers moved through the area and thusly did not affect the shape of the land, did not leave any sedimentary or mineral deposits, and did not contribute to lakes or rivers. This bore some kind of unknown significance to the people who immigrated to this area and decided it was a place deserving of effigy mounds. And the effigy mound builders were rather isolated, not geographically, but in that their culture was isolated. The practice of building effigy mounds didn't influence other cultures to adopt the same practice. All of the surrounding peoples chose to build conical burial mounds and ridge-lined earthworks instead of effigy mounds, and they didn't trade abundantly with any of those other cultures of the area like the other contemporary Hopewell groups of the time did. Whereas burials of the Ohio Hopewell contained trade goods from Florida, Arizona, Michigan, and more, the effigy mound builders almost exclusively relied on goods acquired only from the Driftless area and nowhere else. They were an insular and
isolated culture. One could surmise they were segregationists of their day, shunning the material resources that dominated trade routes and refusing to adopt the spiritual and religious practice of the contemporary peoples living all around them. Kind of like how we have isolationist groups on American soil today, like the Amish, polygamous Mormons, or Juggalos.
Now, most of these effigies, and certainly this one, are built atop a very tall hill. Not low on the ground where one could stand on top of a hill and look down upon and see the shapes, but no, these mounds are built atop the highest point in the area, depicting an eagle and a bear. Who was meant to see this? Well, we're in a semi-affluent suburb nestled between a lake and a golf course, so you know what that means. We're on stolen Native American land. These are the Koshkonong Mounds. Right behind me is what they call the turtle or lizard. They're not quite sure, but it is an effigy mound. It's one of 40 or 50 effigy mounds in this area. And I gotta say, I'm impressed with the size of all these things that I've seen. Now, some of these sites I've been at, and the locals have said, "Where are the mounds?" And I know they're hard to read because the slopes are quite gentle, but that's understandable considering these things are 1,000 to 2,000 years old. They're going to erode quite a bit, but they are all long, very, very long. This lizard mound I'm walking next to is over 150 feet long, which again, really is only going to make something like this readable from the sky.